Hey, what up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. We've got Dodgers starting pitchers, grades, and so much more coming up in just a second. But quick reminder for all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Give me your grades for the Dodgers starters last season, and also, who do you think was the best pitcher on the Dodgers last year? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So the grades are in, and we're giving out report cards for all the Dodgers starting pitchers last season.
I'm going to distribute your report cards.
Okay, so before we start handing out grades, let's review my grading scale. Here's the Dodgers grading scale. A equals elite, B equals baller, C equals average, D equals dude get it together, and F equals hashtag fail. And we're going to start right at the top with the Dodgers' best pitcher last season, and that is Walker Buehler. He led LA with a 2.47 ERA, a .968 whip, 212 punch-outs, and he was third in the National League with that 2.47 ERA. He was 7th and 5th at 3.16. He made his second All-Star game. He finished 4th in the NL Cy Young voting. And look, if it weren't for some struggles that he had in September, he could have very well taken home that NL Cy Young award. He was the favorite in August when he posted a 1.56 ERA, but his September ERA jumped up to 5.40. He had that rough start at Colorado, and then he had that start against the Giants in San Francisco where he gave up those 6 runs in 3 innings of work. But last season, he was a rock for this Dodgers rotation. He went at least 6 innings 29 times. That was most in all of Major League Baseball. He allowed 2 or fewer runs in his start last season 25 different times. His 27 quality starts were the most in all of Major League Baseball. He made a career-high 33 starts last season, pitched 207 2/3 innings. He averaged 6.29 innings per start, so he was a big-time innings eater. He was consistently going out there and performing and giving this team a chance to win. And you also saw a new version of Walker Buehler in 2021. His fastball velocity actually went from 96.8 miles per hour on his four-seam fastball in 2020 down to 95.3 miles per hour, which was the lowest in his career. You also saw that K percentage drop down to 26%, which was the lowest in his career. But you see the evolution in his game. You saw more of his secondary pitches being utilized. You saw him go to that cutter, which he went to at a 16.3% clip. You saw him mixing that curveball at 13.2% of the time. He used that sinker, even used a changeup 4.8% of the time. So Walker Buehler, you saw that ground ball rate increase. You saw less fly balls, and he was a very effective pitcher last season. Now, in the regular season, he was phenomenal, but he did start to run out of gas at the end, and that really reared its ugly head in the postseason because Walker Buehler, he's made his reputation as being one of the best big game pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. You saw what he's been able to do throughout his career. Well, that did take a little bit of a hit in 2021. In the 2021 postseason, Buehler in 18 1/3 innings of work, he posted a 4.91 ERA, a 4.81 FIP in 4 starts with 18 punch-outs to 9 walks. So you didn't see as much swing and miss. You didn't see him reaching up there into triple digits territory and just mowing guys down. And he also had some command issues at times. Now, you compare that to the 2020 postseason, he had a 1.80 ERA with 39 punch-outs in 25 innings of work. So he, a lot like Julio Urias, which we'll talk about in just a second here, it looked like butane did run out of gas towards the end there, but still lots of growth last season. You also have to understand you're coming off that shortened season in 2020. I think that you saw his offseason program put him in a better position to go the distance, and he almost did. But I think like a lot of pitchers around the league, they did run out of gas late, but still he established himself as a top 10 pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. And for his 2021 season, I'm going to give him an A-. An A- for Walker Buehler. A really, really good season. To me, an A would have been if he had been lights out in the postseason as well, but I'll still give him an A-. He did struggle in September, but still one of the best pitchers in the league. Now, next, we're going to talk about Julio Urias. The Urias is another guy that grew a lot in 2021. Last season, Julio finished with a record of 20-3 and became the first Dodgers 20-game winner since Kershaw won 21 games back in his MVP season in 2014. He finished with a 2.96 ERA, a 3.13 FIP, which was the lowest on the team, a 1.018 WHIP, had 195 punch-outs and 185 and 2/3 innings of work. He finished second on the team in F4 at 5, and like Buehler, he was reliable, he was consistent. He pitched a total of 200 and 2/3 innings last year, regular season and postseason combined. That was 73 more than his previous career high. And you also saw career highs across the board. That 26.2 strikeout rate, that was the highest of his career. You look at his walk rate, his previous low was 8% set back in 2020. We had a 5.1% walk percentage last season. He also had the highest strike rate in all of Major League Baseball at 68.9%. So he was pounding the zone with strikes all season long, and those are really my big takeaways for Julio Urias last season. Was you saw the innings, he was able to handle that until late in the year, and also his improved command. He was lethal with that slurve, that slider curveball that he's developed. You saw he was more consistent with his release, and it all combined to make him a more efficient and effective pitcher in 21. And another thing too, he was Babe Urias. He finished the year with 9 RBIs, which was tied for first. Like I was saying, hey, we need to pinch hit him at times. I mean, don't pitch to Julio Urias. He was getting base knocks. Now in the postseason, a lot like Walker Buehler, you also felt like he ran out of gas. In the postseason, he had a 5.40 ERA. He gave up 9 earned runs in 15 innings of work. And in the NLDS against the San Francisco Giants, he was solid. He pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball in the Dodgers 9-2 victory, had an RBI, and then he ends up pitching there in that Game 5. He was the bulk guy. He did give up the home run to Ruff there in the bottom of the 6th inning. But look, in a Game 5 NLDS against the 107-win Giants, he goes 4 innings and gives up that 1 run, had the 5 punch-outs, and he finishes that series giving up 2 runs in 9 innings of work. So it felt like the Julio Urias magic from 2020 had somewhat transferred over to the 2021 season, but that all changed in the NLCS versus the Atlanta Braves. Dave Roberts elects to bring him in there in Game 2, and he just wasn't able to get it done. He gives up the single to Rosario, eventually gives up the tying double to Austin Riley, and then in the pivotal Game 4 where the Dodgers had a chance to even the series, Urias just didn't have it. He didn't have it from a command standpoint, he didn't have it from a stuff standpoint, and the Braves jumped all over him. They hit 3 home runs off Urias in just 2 2/3 innings of work. That was the game where Gavin Lux was in center field, and you see Urias look very frustrated with him. And look, that 92 pitches in 5 innings, look, he gave it all he had. He had the heart of a lion out there, but he just didn't have it that day. So look, the postseason, it wasn't his greatest, especially in the Braves series, but look, I just don't like the way they used him. I don't like the way Dave Roberts and company elected to bring him in there for Game 2. Look, let that magic stay in 2020, and I think Julio had earned the right to say, hey, I am a starting pitcher. Don't bring me in these situations. And you had Justin Brule, who could have came in and done a nice job. He was actually really effective for the Dodgers last season, and I do think that he was compromised to an extent in Game 4. But all in all, for his 2021 season, I'm going to give Julio Urias a B+. A B+. He is a baller. He's right outside of being elite, in my opinion. But I think like a lot of these pitchers around the league, they're going to come back stronger than ever after coming off that 60-game season in 2020 and then getting back into an 162-game season in 2021. Now, the big question is with the lockout, how many games will we have in 2022? I'm hoping for a full season, another really nice year for Julio Urias, who's expected to make $8.8 million next season. He's getting close to free agency. We're not quite there yet, but I expect big things from Julio Urias. If you look at his Fangraphs projections, they have him going way up across the board. A 4.19 ERA, a 4.26 FIP, a 2.5 F4. So I just don't believe that. They have him starting 32 games, 187 innings pitched. Maybe they think he's a sticky stuff merchant, which he proved to be one of the very best pitchers after the sticky stuff crackdown. So that projection is high. I think he's going to have a really nice year. You're going to see him continue to paint the zone with strikes and do soft contact and continue to evolve into one of the better frontline starters in all of Major League Baseball. But let me know down below in the comment section, who do you think was the best pitcher on the Dodgers last year? Was it Walker Buehler or was it Julio Urias? In my opinion, Walker Buehler edged out Julio Urias in 21, but he put together one hell of a season. Both guys gave it everything they had in the postseason. It just wasn't enough, and really, they emptied the tank for this organization like they do each and every year. But let me know down below. My name is D-Mac. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodgers Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel. For the latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la, download the new Dodgers Nation app, and for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.